Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If we haven't met yet, I'm Lauren, and I talk about really whatever I want. Going with that idea, today I'm going to talk about one of my most absolute favorite things in the world, fantasy football. I know it doesn't quite fit the yoga, meditation, self-improvement kind of vibe I have going on. I'm at least the loudest person at your party that's bringing veggies. Pretty much just do DraftKings and FanDuel. I really don't need to be on the injury roller coaster, God, especially not this year. And I get to win money. It's friggin' instant gratification. Last week, I played DeAndre Swift, who scored an obscene amount of points. I believe it was 30.3 on DraftKings and 2 touchdowns, which somehow earned me the nickname the Trash Whisperer. So I thought to myself, why am I keeping this knowledge to myself? I have a platform. I have 20 whole subscribers. The fuck don't I share it with the world? So, welcome to the first installment of Lauren's Trash Whisper Pick of the Week. So I had to figure out how to define this pick because everybody else rolling their eyes at me isn't exactly a really concrete way to define the pool of people that I have to choose from. So, I obviously started scrolling through wide receivers and running backs. For the most part, we're just talking, your flex position. So I started scrolling down the wide receivers and the running backs. So I started at 5,000. But there were some good players right around that range. I mean, Julian Edelman is $5,000. Granted, New England's offense isn't that strong, but 5,000 is obviously too much. I mean, if Julian Edelman can accidentally fall into this grouping, we're way too high. So I went to 4,000. That was a really trashy area, and we were verging on nobody town. I mean, the list on the running back started with a fullback. I mean, Juszczyk will get annoying points, don't get me wrong. It's not giving me a lot of room. I checked to see who was 4,500. And there, it was just like a magical moment. Topping the list of running backs at 4,500 was Giovanni Bernard, who is literally one of my favorite trash picks of all time. I knew I'd hit the sweet spot. Since we're talking about Gio, have you seen his new stash? It's quite epic. So sitting there thinking about my price range and what I was going to do, I realized we had come to our Trash Whisperer pick of the week. Our Trash Whisperer pick of the week this week, Giovanni Bernard. Now, I kind of feel like this pick is cheating. We don't know if Mixon's playing yet. He has a foot injury. I'm guessing he's either not going to play or he's going to play at a very limited capacity. The foot injury on a running back, I mean, come on. I don't see them really using him as much, and Gio always gets an obnoxious target anyway, even if Mixon isn't. So I really think he is a very quality pick of the week. I would look for him to at least get you double digits and 1 touchdown. So I'm going to throw in a second and third place here. They weren't quite at 4,500, but I do think they're good picks for this week, and they're definitely bottom of the barrel. First one is Corey Davis. Last week, Humphries did very well in his first week back on that team after being off the COVID list. I think we're going to see a trend of these players having something to prove. Also, with that matchup being against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh allowed over 20 points for Darius Slayton on the Giants and Fulgham on the Eagles. Both of those teams are in complete disarray. But I think what that says is that there is an opening to kind of get around Pittsburgh's D. And I really think that AJ Green is just going to be the obvious, target for them. So I think Corey Davis, as a result, we might see him get more points than he normally would. He also hasn't popped off once this year, so I think that's a really good chance that he could get quite a few points. I'm also throwing in DJ Moore on this, only because I'm going down the NFL.com sit-em stardom list, and they put DJ Moore on the sit-em list, and I actually completely disagree with this. They're playing New Orleans. 2 other weeks, New Orleans allowed Lazard on Green Bay and Mike Williams to score over 20 points. So I think there's definitely an opening for one of the guys down the list to see a big scoring game. And I think DJ Moore will be the recipient of those points this week. So for the record, just so you guys can see, here is my fantasy lineup using those picks so I could afford some more expensive players. Namely, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. It also allowed me to play Aaron Jones. So I think those are all really great picks for this week, and I think they are worth the money. So I'm saving my money with Corey Davis, DJ Moore, but I'm definitely saving a lot of money by throwing in Giovanni Bernard into my lineup. So there you have it. The first installment of Trash Whisperer's Pick of the Week. Tune in next week to see how my lineup did, how my Whisperer Pick of the Week did, and see who I picked for next week. Bye guys. Thanks for watching.